I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about using technology to expand businesses. I can remember many years ago traders and other people saying to me, why do we want fax machines? Why do we want telex machines? Now, pretty well every business uh, has got the facilities for receiving faxes. A lot of junk comes in on them, but they've got the facility to receive them. Telexes are virtually extinct now, and I'm told, although I can't remember it, lots of businesses at the turn of the century were saying, why on earth do we need telephones? We don't need telephones to run our business. Well, I don't think you could find a business now that doesn't have a telephone. So there you are. Well, I've suggested to people, why don't they do some uh, more technology-based business? Oh, it's not for us, mister, and it's too expensive and it's very complicated. Well, I thought to myself, if you told people you would take telephone orders for them to collect so that they're ready, wrapped, and ready to go when they come into the shop or whatever, and that way you just answer a telephone call, scribble down what they want. Uh, I don't know if you were a butcher, for example, you scribble down uh, 10 links of sausage, uh, 12 rashers of bacon, and half a dozen eggs, and you say, thank you very much, Mr. or Mrs. whoever it is, and they pop in, they say, I've come to collect, and you give them it and say, give me your money or your credit card or whatever, and that, it seems to me, is fairly inexpensive to put into operation. And okay, it might, to start with, it might only bring one customer a week, but one customer that you don't have coming in, it seems to me, is worth putting a little bit of effort into. So that's that one. And then I say, well, there are lots of examples of people that have got internet sites that say place orders here. That's not for us, mister, that's far too complicated. Well, really all you need is a website. Um, oh, well, that's terribly expensive. Well, it can be. I mean, there are people who have paid tens of thousands of pounds to have huge, sophisticated websites. But if you look at Amazon, Amazon is a massive, massive business, and it doesn't have an over-the-counter place. So it's all electronic, and there's no doubt that their computer systems cost them a thundering fortune. There are other people. I can think of a couple of butchers that I know that decided they would have a go. They've had a go. They've had to increase their staff significantly, and one has multiplied his turnover or income by 5, and another has done it, I think it's by 3, in the space of very little time at all. Well, yes, you say, well, we'd have to have a, a website and a computer. Well, you can buy a computer for certainly less than 300 quid, and a printer to go with it, maybe another 50 quid. And you can pay thousands of pounds for a website, but if I were producing a website for a small business and they wanted to do e-commerce on it, I think I might be I would guess I would not be charging more than £1,000, if that. Um, but you could go to other people who would sell you something that was seriously more expensive, and okay. So what do you say would happen then? Well, you put up details of the stuff you want to sell and how much it costs, and you tell a computer to print out every order that comes in. You know the money's in your bank if you get an order, and you say, well, it's you've clicked now, we'll get it ready for you, and you collect. And maybe after that you might extend yourself and send it by courier or post or whatever to them. So all in all, it seems to me, what can't speak can't lie. It really is a piece of cake, and all I say is think back to the people who said we don't want fax machines. Why would we want a fax machine? Well, they've got them, and obviously they've done some good for business. We don't want a telephone. We don't want a telex. Oh, we're not into that game. Well, start by accepting orders on the phone and having them ready for somebody to pick up as they hurtle home in the evening or whenever. And there you are. And if you think that that's working okay, well, just have a bit of a try at accepting orders online. I mean, you see all these people with tablets and smart computers and smartphones wandering around. They could order your products from their smartphone and pay you online using something I would suggest called PayPal, and they'd better pop in and collect it later. And if that works for you, whoopee, and you might start to say, well, we could dispatch the stuff to you if you want, and there you are. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I do hope that people wake up and say, yes, we need to move forward technologically. Thank you very much for listening. That's my lot. And I hope the reflection of my computer screen in my specs hasn't aggravated you too much, but there you are. I suppose I could have taken my specs off, but I look horrible if I do. I've got one eye is a lazy eye, and people look at the lazy eye and don't listen to what I'm saying. So there you are. Good night.